Hi, everybody. Meg Czapiewski here with Honorable Service Realty Group, here with your March market update, which means February's data for Northern Virginia. I'm going to share my screen so that we can look at the charts and help talk through what we're experiencing in this interesting market. To start with, what we're seeing is it's spring. Spring market is here and activity has picked up. Inventory is being added, which is great, and buyers are out there buying. Also a good news story. I will say that in the county of Fairfax, the activity levels are actually a little lower than what we saw in February of 2024. So 3.5% down since from what we saw in 2024. And what we've been seeing month after month after month of all of these reports that I do is that while activity might be down, the prices are typically up. And that is the case here. We split this out with detached or single family homes up 3.5% with a median sales price of $957.5. And kind of a flat line in terms of price from last month to this month, but $655,000 is the median sales price in Fairfax for a townhome, but that's up 6.5% from where we saw that in February. So good news for homeowners in Fairfax County in both cases because they have earned equity over the last year. Going to Prince William County. Yeah, we don't want the association. We want the county. There we go. And market activity, again, still spring in Prince William County. Their activity was down 5.3% since February of last year. And then when we take a look at the pricing, get both in there. Detached is up 4.5% with a median sales price of $690,000. Townhomes up from last month to $485,000, but that's actually a drop slightly to 2.5%, by 2.5% from what we saw in February of this same time frame. A quick look at Stafford. And we're going to go to market activity. This is actually the only downward trend that we're seeing in the counties right now that we're focused on, 12.9% down from February of last year, and even a drop because January was up. January was 4.2% up, and then they saw a curve down. So a little bit of a, step back, I think, in what we're seeing in Stafford for February. When we take a look at pricing trends, it's still up year over year for a single family home. The median sales price in Stafford County is $535,000. A little drop from where we saw in January. And January's year over year was a great number at 9.7, almost 10% up over 2024. In the townhomes, it's up 2.5%. So that's good news there. Its median sales price is $402,500. So up both from January and up February over February. There is something else that I wanted to show while we have a couple more minutes here. I'm going to just amalgamate here to Northern Virginia and look at a different set of charts. So these dials are explaining where we sit over a 5-year average. The colored part is the 5-year average, and we're either below, within, or at, or well above. And closed sales and new pendings in Northern Virginia are very low. They're like as low as they've been in over the 5-year average. Whereas active listings have gone exactly the other direction. and months of supply has as well. So you would think, because we're hearing about the low inventory, it would make sense that closed sales and new pendings or new homes that have just gone under contract in this month would be low. That would make sense because we've been struggling to get inventory. But then when you see that these are not in sync, the active listings and the months of supply are pegged in the opposite direction, that actually doesn't make tons of sense unless you really dive deep into the eaches of the homes and how the strategies of them being priced, how they're being prepared, the condition, the marketing, all of the pieces and parts that get these homes sold. And then you also layer in interest rates and consumer confidence and things like that. You're seeing some dichotomies here. Another example is the median sales price versus the median list price. Not so much the dial here that's important, but that your median sales price is at $680,000 for the 2025. Up 5 years, up over the 5-year average of 601, and that's what we would expect, and having it here is good. But having the median list be at 749 when the median sale is at 680 is again the disconnect between what's selling, what's taking less time to sell and coming off the market versus why we have high supply over demand, if that makes sense. Because when you take a look at days on market, the median is really as low as it's been in a very, very long time. But those are the houses that are getting sold. The ones that are getting sold are the ones that are at that more modest price point. And remember, this is all of Northern Virginia, so don't freak out because each neighborhood is going to be different. The ones that are getting sold are in that moderate price point or are priced properly for the condition. And sellers have been used to seeing, oh, I'm going to get multiple offers, I'm going to get escalated offers. And is that still happening? Heck yeah, it is still happening, but not across the board like what we saw in previous years. Buyers are faced with escalating prices, escalating interest rates. Yes, we're lower than we have been in a while, but it's been high and they are still taking caution and being a little discerning on what they ultimately purchase. So, tale of two cities here. Things that are going off the market in 6 to 8 days, things that are definitely selling, but overall a higher months of supply than we've seen in a very long time, in more than 5 years. And it's because we haven't quite, I believe, Meg's opinion, haven't quite adjusted to where those listings should be priced based on the current market that we are experiencing. It is not the, don't worry, you don't have to fix anything up. You can slap a sign in the yard and it'll get sold. That's not the market that we're consistently seeing anymore. Please allow me to dive deep for you on your home, your neighborhood, the condition, what would get it sold for a price that you would want. And let's have that conversation because it's very, very possible. And we are experiencing fantastic results for our listings, but you do have to keep your eyes wide open on everything that's happening in this market. It's an interesting one. We are definitely seeing the tale of two cities, as I like to say. Thank you so much. I hope you found some value in this report. I look forward to talking to you more about how we can get your home sold for top dollar, even in this market. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to stop sharing, say goodbye, and see you next month.